time, y'all. Time for big boys boxing.
I would never let a white boy beat me. I would never let a white boy beat me.
Possible opponent.
Big right hand, he's out.
And it's over. It's over, and it's going to be a knockout victory for Joe Smith.
Alright, kia ora team. Here we are on some Fightnight Champion Legacy mode. This is Joseph Parker I created. And yeah, let's get into a fight. Opponent and do some training. We've got one opponent, Muhammad Ali, who has the belt. What do we need? Conditioning, endurance. Take that one with the power. Yeah, there's rewards, blah, blah. Let's get into this. Right, week 1, sparring.
All right, kid, let's see you one-on-one. Get a good. You need to keep that head moving.
Right in there.
That's it, just like that. That's it. Keep the chin down. Those elbows in. That's it.
Good
Don't
stuff,
slow
bro.
down now. Come on, pick it up. There you go. You want to win that ring? Work hard. Keep those elbows in. Good work. Come on now. Good hustle. Keep it up. Nice work.
Yeah.
That's it. Let's go. Work it out. Work it. Come on. You want to win in that ring? Work hard. Harder, harder. That's it. That's it.
Okay, wait.
Nice work, kid.
Good work.
Keep that head moving. Back to the body. You gotta work harder next time around, kid, all right?
Prospect, yeah. Make sure I've got no promo events or anything. First, still got 2 more weeks of training for you. Muhammad Ali, you're gonna need condition endurance to the max. Stamina up in the top left there down to 20%. You can only get 80% with a week's rest. I'll put it on conditioning.
so glad you're with us. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to the Thomas and Mack Center just off the Vegas Strip. This the site of a much-anticipated rematch. 12 rounds of heavyweights. This should be a...
I want to see some head movement out there.
From the moment they signed the contract to the weigh-in yesterday, it's been nothing but tough talk. Now we are underway, round number 1. The talk is in the rearview mirror, the electricity is pumping, and it's time to fight.
And the fun begins for us.
Come on, kid, focus.
It's a mighty list of power punchers that Muhammad Ali has continually faced. You got Joe Frazier on there. You got George Foreman on there. And tonight, now this power puncher opposite him.
Well, you have two problems with that power. Two of them when you face Ali. One is, how do you land it? You have to find the perfect spot. Maybe catch him, pull him back with his hands down. You know, maybe time him as he's throwing a jab. But very difficult to do. And then the second problem, you have a guy that you're hitting that has a great chin.
Head and body. Head and body.
Halfway through this round here. Able to dismiss that body shot.
That's it. That's it. 1, 2.
Big's combination punching is working well here.
Back to the body.
There's the old 1-2 coming after him.
Keep working the body.
Really good work right there, landing the 2 punches in sequence by Big. And we come to the end of round number 1.
Looking good.
Ali's last round to me, Teddy, completely ineffective. His accuracy way off the mark, throwing punches, but lost the round.
Joe, talking about being off the mark. If you're traveling outside, you're lost. You need a map to find your way. He needs a map right now to find his way. He needs some
Okay.
direction.
Pay him back.
What an excellent 2-punch combo by Big. Through your career, Teddy, you have trained fighters who have different physical makeups, different mental makeups, but many of them have gone on to win world titles. What is the one common trait they all have with their approach to training?
Well, they might not have it at the beginning, but they develop it as they go on. And it's two things. One is to separate the truth from the lies. To understand what they have control over, which is everything. Sometimes early on they think their opponent has control over those things, but they always have the choice to make a decision and be able to deal with something or not. And the other thing is to not allow pressure to distort time, where they think a moment, a difficult moment's going to go on forever. It's only a couple seconds, and if they get past those couple seconds, they're going to be okay.
Fine looking right hand by Muhammad Ali.
Back to the body.
Good job on the 2-punch combo by Big. 10 seconds to go in this round.
In and out, in and out, in and out. Let's move.
Really on the mark with that overhand left. And we come to the end of round number 2.
Keep it up.
Ali's putting
You're
forth an
standing straight up.
effort, but he's not
Move
being
that body.
effective in that regard.
You need to
No,
move
he's not. He's
that
not
body
landing when he
more.
needs to land. And it kind of reminds, he's a banger too. He can punch a little. It reminds me of an old saying that a trainer once told me. It doesn't mean anything to have a big punch. It's kind of like having a military weapon, a bomb. What good is it if you don't have a missile to get it to the target? Right now, he needs a missile to get that punch. He needs to set it up, and he's not doing that.
staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. Able to land the jab.
That's what I want to see.
Big stun by a big shot. Combo lands to the head. Parker's just being swarmed. He just got stunned. He got absolutely nailed. To the head he goes with a left hand. So right from the start in this fight, he's committed to the body shots.
Well, that's the time to go there right at the beginning because body work pays off for you later in the fight. No sense in wasting time. Get right to it.
Well-targeted right hand by Muhammad Ali. Scores up top with a left. Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Muhammad Ali. And now he brings the left hand upstairs. So swiftly able to turn defense into offense. Nice counter punch.
And what you're noticing here is his opponent is starting to be a little wary of letting his jab go because every time he jabs, he gets caught.
A well-placed left hand up top. He digs in, trying to bank away body shots with the combo.
Side to side, move your head.
A little give and take, and here comes the left hand. And round 3 comes to an end.
Keep that jab moving. Keep him away from you, all right? I need you to keep moving.
Well, start around number 4, a chance to look at Teddy's scorecard and get his insight.
Nice work.
What happened, Muhammad?
Unable to get to Ali. Ali blocked it. Flush right hand to the body.
Let's go.
Jab and a straight by Parker. Blocks that belt line well. Little head hunting with the left. They both decide to bring it. Able to cover up that gut. Halfway through round number 4. Parries that punch intended for the head. How about that? Another right hand. Oh, good defense there. That was a fine block by Parker.
He can hit me with everything.
Cover your head.
Excellent 1-2 by Muhammad Ali. Banking away a body shot with the right hand. 4th round now with its last 10 seconds. Parker's in complete control here as he takes a rest after a round in which he really dominated the action. Is there anything, Teddy, that you see that he should be thinking about when he gets off the stool here for the next round?
Yeah, you know, he should follow up on his lead, on his edge, on his advantage. You know, I noticed that he's hurting him in the body. Well, now start to double up that hook. One downstairs, one upstairs.
Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. Really on the mark with that over-the-top shot with the right hand. Teddy, what would you recommend based on what we're seeing here tonight?
Well, 2 aspirin and then go. Oh, no, actually, I would say a little counter-punching would be just what the doctor ordered.
That's a better prescription for him. Committing to the head work, you see him go there again. 90 seconds to go here in this round. That's as good as it gets right there. A crushing uppercut by Parker. Missed the target with that hook. Left hand came after the jab. Now hugging on the inside. Body shot lands. It was the right. How about a return to sender with the left hand? And now he's got to be careful because he's been warned for the headbutting. Final 10 seconds of this fifth round. More than one punch downstairs. That can be damaging. And that's the end of round 5. Ali's down on your scorecard. I snuck a peek at your scorecard. He's down on your scorecard. But it's still a close and competitive fight, a fight that he's very much alive with.
Yeah, he is, but he's got to go about it like the fight is up for grabs. He can't start saying, hey, you know, I think I'm a little bit ahead, because that's a good way of getting yourself disappointed in anything in life. He better still go after it. Smart, but go after it.
Able to block that away. Ali's banged by a right hand. Good way to protect the midsection. And he just holds on there.
Keep working the body.
Reaching the halfway mark of this round. Parker's landing a combination here. That's what he does when he's at his very best. Biggs doing good damage with the combination punching.
Well, right there's a good example of the benefit of combination punching. You miss the first or the second, the third and the fourth, they land.
Get out of the way from the punches. Move your head. Así es. Like what I see in there.
Comes right back at him with a left hand.
Working the body.
He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Big.
Keep going.
One of those fights were at the
Don't
halfway
stand
point. I
toe-to-toe
wouldn't
with
even
this
venture
guy.
a guess as to
Keep
what
your
the scorecard
distance,
should
all
look like. And I don't know that it even matters. All I know is this. Both guys have brought their A games. Both guys have come here to fight tonight.
What you know is that it's become a real war of wills. Two stubborn guys, and they're going to continue to argue right to the end.
You're still not moving enough. Move, move.
That was nice. He just drew the punch from his opponent, and then a good counter by Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, like running through the rain without getting wet. Beautiful.
Muhammad Ali's trainer is telling him, hey, just stick with what you've been doing. Yeah, but what he was doing caused him to get rocked earlier.
Yeah, sometimes you have to make it an adjustment. Now, they don't feel it's time yet, but that time's coming. It's coming quick.
At the halfway point of round 7, his opponent wanted the body. He wouldn't give it to him.
Tired. He's tired.
Took a shot. Now he gives a left. Muhammad Ali's got to be moving more than this, Teddy. I mean, you cannot win a fight just standing stationary like this.
Well, you know, if his opponent could have, he would have gotten him to sign a contract and say, hey, I want you to stand right in front of me all night long so I can do whatever I want. And he's doing whatever he wants.
And another right hand comes in. Parker's movement's really helping him out, avoiding that punch. Oh, what a hook upstairs.
Beautiful, lindissimo, beautiful.
I might not knock him out.
7 rounds complete. Teddy's scorecard does have it clearly in one direction. Biggs earned that lead on the scorecards, but his opponent has also done some damage.
Yeah, it hasn't been exactly a picnic. I mean, it started off that way, but the ants are coming. They're starting to get over things a little bit here. It's getting a little hairy.
Ah, see, there you go.
How about that left hand? Teddy, you gotta like this because he's using that jab the way you like him to.
Especially when you're being aggressive. You walk in, you want to walk in where the guy can't see you coming. That jab blinds your opponent.
The halfway point of round number 8.
Keep working the body.
That's an intense jab right there by Big. Parker's giving his opponent fits right here. His head movement is making for such an elusive target.
Yes, it is. Now the opponent has to make an adjustment. He has to realize that he's finding air more than he's finding any surface up top. So go downstairs to the place that's not moving, down to the body. That'll start to take away some of that head movement.
That is boxing 101. A nice, crisp combination by Parker.
Gotta see that come in, let's go.
Clock counting down here in round number 8. 10 seconds to go. Parker's corner can do nothing but just applaud him as he returns to the stool. Yet another round where he put forth more and more punishment to his opponent.
Yeah, well, they're applauding him, and they should thank his opponent for doing an imitation of a heavyweight.
He took a shot, but he came back with a right hand of his own.
Come on.
Back to the body. Keep working the body.
Scored well with that straight left. And now committing to that midsection as the target with the combination punching.
Keep working the body.
Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand. Halfway through the 9th round. Good defense just covering up down low.
Come on, kid, focus.
Oh, they both land flush with uppercuts.
Hey, hey, let's go.
Pulled the trigger on that overhand left. Ali's thinking right now that he's doing a good job defensively, but it's really not the case, Teddy. Every so often, you will see a punch split that guard.
Yeah, he's just standing there. First of all, the gloves, he needs to extend them just a little bit away. So as you said, those punches, you know, aren't going to force their way through to the target, which they're doing right now. They're getting down to him. They're getting through to him.
Keep your hands up.
Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Big.
Back to the body.
And that's the end of round 9. Parker's players in control of this fight, Teddy. Sometimes you can just look at it and see it as clear as day. He's ahead on the scorecards.
Yeah, I have my head on my scorecard too. But right now, he can't afford to coach because this guy is still dangerous. He has to still stay on his P's and Q's.
Headshot lands, was a hook. Nice strike after catching one by Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali's hurt by a big shot. Nice jab there by Big. Ali got tagged there, and he's looking to clinch. Oh, a big
Yeah!
comes home for him. He goes down. He has so much time now, he's going to be forced to survive.
I think we would with such a big gas tank.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Ali goes down, but quick to get up. Boy, he's got those great recuperative powers.
You know, Joe, we've always seen the great ability. You know, you talked about powers. We've seen the things that he does that is so tangible. We can look at. I mean, it just shouts out. Now we're getting a peek inside. What is inside Muhammad Ali?
What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Muhammad Ali.
That's okay. Pay him back.
There he brings the jab right hand.
Move your head.
Muhammad Ali's got to find a way to protect that eye. The cut has worsened, and if it gets any worse, you got to think that this fight is coming to an end immediately.
Well, what's going to matter is when the doctor finally gets caught up and looks at it is, Joe, not how bad the cut looks or even how graphic it is to the fans out there, but where it's at. The doctor will look to see whether or not it's the kind of cut that if it gets worse, it could actually be physically damaging to his career.
And round 10 comes to an end. Ali's in a tough spot right here. It's up to him now to get desperate and to just want it. Round number 11, he's trailing on your scorecards by a wide margin.
Now, your life comes down to minutes. All the hours, all the months, all the years that you put into this sport, it comes down to minutes now.
Good block there by Muhammad Ali. Good solid shots with the combo downstairs.
You gotta protect yourself.
That worked out really well. Throwing off the right hand after getting tagged like that. Muhammad Ali's a seasoned pro, and old pros tend to fall into the same pattern. Nothing has changed with him stylistically since he's been knocked down in this fight.
Well, that falls right into that pattern or that cliche where old dogs can't be taught new tricks. Well, right now, he's going to have to come up with a trick or two, maybe, to survive this moment.
Double jab by Parker. Ali's crushed by a right hand. Move. Trying to get some energy back, and now he's tying up his opponent. Just wait. Oh, that's a big. There it is.
There we got you.
Once again, he goes down.
Down you go, Muhammad.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Ali's climb back up from the canvas may inspire him.
There you go.
Not much action as he just ties up.
Keep moving. Keep moving.
Accurate counter punch by Muhammad Ali. Last 10 seconds of this 11th round. Parker showing you that sublime skill right now with that two-punch combo. And round 11 comes to an
I
end.
might get you, Muhammad.
Well, he's back in the corner, which is critical in terms of trying to stop the bleeding on that cut. But it's also critical because they need to put forth a new defensive game plan.
Yeah, they have to make sure that they buy some time here and start moving their head, using their legs, tying up a little bit, doing anything to kill the clock and not get caught on that cut anymore.
Biggs landed a good, solid combination. Ali's cut is not looking good at all. I'm getting the sense that this fight could be stopped at any moment.
So the key is where the cut is. When the referee brings the doctor up to look at it, he's going to look at whether or not getting worse will imperil his health down the road.
Good defensive skill with the block by Parker. Oh, he is stunned. He could go down. What a big shot.
Night, night, Muhammad. I don't think you're going to get up from that one, buddy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's over. The fight is over.
No.
Parker's hand to be raised in victory.
Undisputed
He scores the knockout
heavyweight
here tonight.
champion. Lupe Solia, La'a Uli, Ole Malia Toa, Big Joseph Parker. Two-time heavyweight champion of the world.
Thanks for being with us tonight. For my partner, Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore saying enjoy the
Going
rest
around
of
Muhammad.
your evening.
Percentages down. Could be over 50, 55 even. We got a mandatory. Who we got? Armstrong. Alright. There he is when he's at home. We need speed, power, reflexes. That looks good to me. We won't bother with the sparring this time. Let's go. Speed we need most of. Power we need some of. So we want to use 80%, right? So 30 and 20. And the last one, we can do 30. Done here. Reflexes. 30. Helps out blocking. Blocking is way more effective when you got good reflexes, and the type of fighter I picked is slow on speed and reflexes because he's got the mean chin and good power. Wrist. Allocate points. Kill shot. Let's go.
We welcome you live to our night of pay-per-view action. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to Vegas, where they do it bigger and better than any other city when it comes to the big-time fights. We're at the
Here we go. Box smart.
a great setting here for this championship fight. It should be on the bucket list of every sports fan to come to a fight of this magnitude. Round 1 now underway.
Well, I can tell you personally what's going on in the trainer's mind, in his heart. He's thinking about all the years that he's worked to get here. And he's thinking about the last couple months in training camp. Have I done everything? Have I made my fighter face everything he has to? There's a lot on the line.
You have to come and
for
get
a
it,
lot
buddy.
of
I'm
people.
smoking your ass. I'm not gonna chase you when I'm already winning the round.
Obvious height discrepancy here. Got a real tall guy against a short guy. Right off the bat, advantage tall guy, but not necessarily, right?
Not necessarily. Look, on the outside, if he's able to control those quarters, yeah, he has an advantage. But once the shorter man closes the gap a little bit and he gets in close, guess what? There's a lot of target in front of him.
Halfway through round number 1. Wow, look at that, trading shots. Nice defense, good block by Parker. He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores.
To the body, then up to the head.
Right to the head with that right. Armstrong left, working well that time. Good job staying away from the danger there. Biggs making for a tough target there. He gets away from that punch. Final 10 seconds of round number 1. We come to the end of the round. A round that I'm having a tough time trying to think about who won. I can only imagine what the judges are thinking about. Teddy, if there's one thing you look for in a round like that and say, okay, I'm going to give it to this guy over this guy, what is it?
Well, the first thing is, if I'm a judge, I take a little notepad and I make a little mark down blue or red corner what he did early. Because sometimes a judge has a tendency to forget what was done early and only go with what went late.
And oh, what a good, strong uppercut by Big. And now we got a fight. He fires back a right hand of his own. Able to bring the hook down low. How does a guy benefit from utilizing the heavy bag?
Well, of course, it's for power. You're able to increase your power. You're hitting something that's not moving too much, and you're going through it. And you want to make sure that it's exactly that. You're punching through.
He is damaged badly there. He may hit the floor. Boy, sharp two-punch combination by Big. Well, he goes to the gut with a right hand.
Dude blocks everything.
Took a shot, now he gives a left. Parker's defense is now serving him well. Nice job blocking that punch. Armstrong's the kind of boxer that wants to do just that. Find the target, get the combination working, land both punches. Parries that punch away.
You need to capitalize on his mistakes. I want to see that counter hook. Make it.
All the eyes are on him to start this round. Armstrong's legs look just a little shaky, but keep in mind, he barely survived that last round.
No, but keep one other thing in mind. I agree with you, Joe, but he's been here before. He's very experienced. If anyone knows how to get out of this, he does.
I think the lesson to be learned here is it's a marathon, not a sprint. He has treated this fight like it's a sprint early on here.
Yeah, and the tortoise is starting to pass him right by, waving at him, saying, ha.
Solid left hand to the head. Big's able to avoid that punch.
That's okay. Pay him back.
point of this third round. A headshot blocked. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Parker. Oh, you see him with the left of the head there?
Working the body.
Parker nailed by a huge hook. Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Parker. Back to basics here. As you can see, the jab becoming a key instrument for him.
Boxing 101.
Kill that body, boy. I'm gonna kill it.
You want to stay on the outside? Use that jab.
Don't get lazy out there, okay?
Round number 4 underway. A chance to look at Teddy's scorecard.
Do that again.
Good looking right hand after he got hit. And now he's targeting upstairs. Another huge shot comes in early on in this fight from him.
Well, he understood that his opponent, Joe, was a slow starter. He's jumping right on him, taking advantage.
Halfway through this round, very nice work to the head. The right hand landed. That's a huge left he just scored with.
Got too cocky.
And what a clever combination by Parker. Nice work, the left hand to the head. 10 clicks of the talk.
Fucking blew my load. Be careful, I'll lose here.
Parker's corner did a good job in that last round. They really got their fighter back to where he needs to be after being damaged in that last round.
And that's not the only good job they did in the corner. They did a good job in the camp because obviously they have him in top shape and it's paying
Oh,
dividends.
I can't even hit the side of a barn at the
Do you
moment.
see any way in which he can take his opponent's aggression and turn it against him?
Yeah, the perfect way. I mean, boxing 101, counterpunching. You got a guy coming at you, no better way than to change his mind. Make him miss, make him pay.
Very accurate two-punch combo by Parker. Big showing that he's got some defense of his own. He got away from that punch.
Let's go.
Still plenty of time to work here in round number 5. Minute and a half to go. Comes right back at him with a left hand.
You're doing great.
Good job. It was sudden, it was fast, it was direct by Big.
Pick and poke for a couple of rounds to make sure I don't fucking lose here.
Well, something's got to stick.
A
He
little
sends the
bit cocky.
combination to the body.
Get your hands up.
left hand after getting tagged himself. Coming to the end of round number 5, last 10 seconds. Armstrong's opponent is having a field day, Teddy. That left hand lands again.
Picking him apart a bit here.
The wrong direction. He needs to move away from that punch.
Good looking jab there.
Keep listening, buddy.
Scored well up top. Right to the body. Big defense did a good job there, able to avoid that punch. Oh, a nice two-punch combo by Parker.
Like what I see in there.
What a... Did you see that?
Boom! Got him with the hooks. Stepping with the jab, hook, hook.
1, 2.
Jab, left hook, right hook.
So now the question becomes, after that knockdown, and he has gotten up, how does he survive?
So one of the ways he survives is if he's been taught. Have good habits. Have good fundamentals been put there. You're going to find out right now. He needs them right now.
Nice two-punch combo by Parker.
Back to the body.
Armstrong's known as a capable fighter, but right now he needs to be known as a fighter who can make adjustments. What's the one adjustment you want to see with him, Teddy?
Keep his hands up. You know, he's so used to getting away with all that speed that he has of pulling back with his hands down. You know, he's paying a price. He's been getting caught here all night long. You know, just keep your hands up. Block some of those incoming shots.
A well-targeted right hand by. Oh, and there you go. And for the second time tonight,
Kaboosh! Kaboosh! You can see it, bro. Right in front of your face.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
the ref is stopping
done.
the fight. Parker
Do one more, right?
away, worked again. Knockout victory for him. Big's done it his way. Still champion of the world, a winner here tonight.
Well, he told us he
Round
had a
off
dream.
me.
A dream where he was
Okay,
still the
his
champ.
yards.
All that dream goes on.
Two is a bit better. You keep your opponent under 40, you're doing pretty well. Right, what do we got here? Lifestyle wants to sponsor me, let's take that money. It's all about the paper. It's an old one. Stink play. Who we got to fight now? We got all the belts. Joe Frazier, Mike Tyson. Let's go, Joe. Joe v. Joe. Toughness, conditioning. skills across everything. Just practice out on the ones that are gold, obviously. Hook. Let's go.
Good evening, and we welcome you to this night of World Championship pay-per-view action. Alongside my partner, Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore, and we welcome you to the Thomas and Max. A fabulous atmosphere in the air tonight. Round one of our championship fight, Teddy. You can almost feel this arena pulsating with excitement. You've been through these kind of fights before as a trainer. What's it like?
For the fighter's imagination, you have to control that imagination. The first punch brings it down to reality, something you've done before. But for the trainer, it's everything you've been working for in your lifetime. And you're thinking, did I do everything? Did I make any mistakes? Did I turn every stone over?
Throughout your training career, what did you consistently feel more comfortable with? Training the shorter guy against the taller guy, or the taller guy against the shorter guy?
Well, you can't teach tall. You know what? That's there or not. I love to have those kind of advantages physically. You just have to make sure that you teach them to fight tall.
You see him zeroing in with that left hand to the body.
Oh, I'm supposed to be straight, not a...
And coming upon the halfway mark of this 3-minute round.
Ooh.
That's a razor-sharp uppercut by Big.
You gonna fight me, Joe, or you just gonna
Takes
pretend?
one, but gets one. Good work by Parker. Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Joe Frazier. And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head. Right hand downstairs. Good clean shot returning.
Oh, got you with the hook at the end of the round.
End of the round here, and as I glance around ringside and look at the judges, I'm wondering
Gotta
what
be
the
a bit
right
careful
is,
here.
because that was a tough round to score.
I might
Yeah,
Joe
well,
miss a
you
bit.
know, it's the kind of round where one guy would be really smart to take a page out of the book of Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, where Leonard stole rounds at the end, where he just clipped off 30 seconds, and that's exactly what the judges remembered.
Nice strike after catching one by Joe Frazier.
Come on, kid, focus.
Come on.
Biggs doing well here with that two-punch combination. A stabbing right hand comes in by Big. Halfway through round number 2.
Fuck is blocking everything.
Joe Frazier blocks that punch.
Get after him.
Committing to the work downstairs with the left.
Keep your head moving.
Able to dismiss it. That's a hook right to the flank.
I shake it off.
Joe Frazier nailed by a huge uppercut. Super two-punch combo by Parker. Good right hand.
Back to the body.
Final 10 seconds of round number 2.
Hey, you got some of that too. Let's go.
Could use some good hooks there, Joe.
Big's
They
ability
used
to
to
get to his
standing.
hand paid off
Lift
well
his
there.
punch,
He
then
damaged him
throw
in
it
that round.
straight right down the middle. Your jab works good when you use it. You don't use it enough.
And round number 3 is underway. Nice. And Spring Frazier ruined with that punch right there. And there's a clinch after clearly being damaged. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Parker.
All right, keep moving.
Good snapping jab.
That's what you need to get inside. Hey, Joe, if you're going to rob a bank, you need a smoke screen so the guards don't see you coming. You want to get inside? Use a jab.
Halfway through this round here. Blocks away that headshot. He just looks exhausted to me right now. Frazier's accuracy is non-existent. This guy cannot punch a solid target right now.
No, but what this shows, he's missing so many shots. We always think about the damage done when they land. This is showing you the damage that's done when they miss. You get discouraged. You start giving in.
He's committing to the work downstairs. He puts forth the right hand. Way to block there.
Keep working your body.
Really a lot of consistency from him with the right hand. Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. There's a straight right hand. And that's the end of round 3. Well, we heard his analysis, but as for how Teddy has scored those first 3 rounds, here's a look. He scores with the jab. Really frustrating his opponent now. Parker's so defensively sound, it doesn't make for an easy target.
No, it doesn't. And it makes for a very frustrating night for the opponent.
Just keeps
I
hitting
see
me.
his
I can't
opponent
hit him.
now, if you notice, he's getting a little tentative. He's afraid to let the punches go because when he misses, he's worried he's going to leave an opening.
Come on, get focused.
Oh, and he
on
returns
that
fire
lands.
with the left hand. He has his target. He lands the straight right.
Work in the body.
Nice work with the jab by Big. A little give and take, and here comes the left hand. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Joe Frazier.
It's okay. Pay him back.
Nice solid left hand scored by Big.
Good job.
Good flush shot upstairs. Joe Frazier reminds me of one of those cartoons right now.
Oh, get off. I uppercutted.
Around his head. He needs to get rid of those cobwebs.
Get
and
off.
Find a way to stay in this fight. Parker's making for a clinic here in combination punching.
Well, the first couple punches here, Joe, they're throwaway punches to really set up the payoff down the road. You see the third punch, the fourth punch, the fifth punch. They're the ones that wind up landing.
Zones in on that overhand right. And now he's targeting upstairs.
Listen,
Time to go, Joe.
I'm not gonna stand here and watch
You had
you take
enough
those shots.
playing with you.
Good action here tonight. Both guys bringing their best, and both guys meeting each other stride for stride, punch for punch. tough fight to score here as we're back underway. Parker's work in training camp is now paying off. Do you see the accuracy and the effectiveness with that combination?
Yeah, good work.
Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Big. What an impact that left hand just made by Parker. Halfway into round number 5 here. Not able to land the uppercut. I like how he doubles up that jab by Parker. Frazier's failure to protect it. Oh, what a left hand. Oh, that's gotta hurt. What a nice job by
That's how you're gonna go out, Joe. Little tap to the body.
against Joe Frazier and smoking him.
You're gonna get up. You're gonna get
Joe
up. Let's
Frazier's
go.
up from the knockdown, but what we really want to look for is how he reacts in the coming moments of this fight. Scored well with that right hand to the body. That's a momentum changer upstairs. Back and forth they go, each man getting the best of it. Countdown. Frazier's hit by a right hand.
Ah.
End of the round. So he scores the knockdown.
All right,
Now
all right.
back to his corner. Teddy, do you ever have to calm a guy down after he scored a knockdown?
That's a really great point because a lot of times that can be the turning point, but not for your guy that scored the knockdown, for the other guy. Because sometimes when you score a knockdown, you start to think it's going to be an easy night. And you forget what you knew when you came in. That it wasn't going to be an easy night. You were going to have to bring all the tools out of the tool shed. And it's important to remember that.
I like that step back right there. Just enough to be out of danger, but still close enough to then land a counterpunch.
Well, that's what happens when you have that kind of experience. You're calm enough to know that range. Know where the beginning of the punch and the end of the punch is.
Frazier's gone into a defensive shell, but that shell has cracked.
Yeah, it does. And the reason why it's getting cracked is because his opponent is confident that with those earmuffs on, you know, going into that peekaboo defense that he is,
Fight, Joe.
so he's
I'll make you fight.
4 or 5 punches where normally he would only throw 1 or 2, worried something's going to come back.
And now they're trading blows. He falls victim to that big hook. Big shot he just scored with.
Get down there. Lift uppercut. Then left hook to push you down.
Going down a second time.
Brutal, that second one. I think that'll be Joe. He ain't getting up from that.
Joe Frazier's
Holy
back
shit.
up on his feet. Let's see what he has now.
Oh, come on, move, Joe.
Now that's a smart move right there. Get yourself back out. Big shot there. Frazier
That's it.
down. He is down, and I don't think he's going to beat the count.
Well done, Joe.
Wants to.
Nice. Sleep tight. What?
2, 3, 4, 5.
Duh.
That's it. It's over.
And you go.
Fight is over. Parker's gunned down yet another opponent. A knockout victory.
Keep all my belts.
Big's your winner here tonight, and still the belt holder.
Wins
Did
every
everything that you
round.
could ask for a fighter to do.
Downtown. 44%'s okay. Could be better. Yeah, we got a loss in there because I messed up training and had no stamina in one fight. So that's us for now, team. Hope you've enjoyed. If you have, make sure you hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm Jono, your host, and I'll catch you next time. I'm out. See you.